Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Retro Doc 79. In today's installment, we're going back to dungeon number 6, or palace, whatever you prefer to call them. And we're going to pick up the power glove item. You want to head to the left, get your bow and arrow ready. Now be aware that every shot of your bow and arrow does cost you 1 rupee. And this next room is fairly difficult, so you want to get your bombs ready. You got to take out these links that are reskinned iron knuckle, darf nuts, whatever you want to call them. But you could only damage them on 3 sides with your sword. And of course, as you can see, whenever possible, use your sword, because you never know when you're gonna run out of bombs, and you might need them to just push them back. And your sword does the most damage anyway. As you saw, you just push that block there to the side once you take out all those darf nut, iron knuckle enemies. Now, in a few minutes, we're actually going to go to the 8th dungeon just to pick up the red armor. But right now, we're going to go after another heart container. And we're also going to find a few secret passages and some rupees that are hidden in these secret areas, because we're going to need them. And we're also going to pick up our big shield. Not necessary, but I like getting the big shield. It just helps out in the game a lot more. And you can skip past this. We just want to get to the lower left section of the map. Okay, don't go that way. You want to kind of hook around to the right and go down, because if you go that other way, you're going to run into a section where you're blocked off, and there's these little half tombstones. And whenever you make contact with them, these enemies that I can't defeat yet come out. We're just going to take these guys out, make our lives a little bit easier. And we don't need to take them all out. I think I'm going to leave that last one alive, but you definitely want to get your free bomb refills. And if you've been following along, get all 12, because we should have 12 bombs if you've been playing just like I have and following the guide along. I'm not sure if this is going to be 15 or 150. It's 15, okay. And we're just going to take these guys out just for the sake of getting some rupees. Okay, it's not necessary to take out all the enemies here, but it is mandatory that you push this block and open that passage there. And you'll see what's going on in there in a few minutes. We're about to get ourselves over to that side of the map. Here, clear out as many of these as you can before moving forward. And don't worry about that. We pushed it early. You really didn't need to push it right now, because we're in the Lost Woods. Don't touch those little gravestones. An enemy that you can't defeat appears and you take damage. Let me show you. So what you want to do is you want to go down here, reset the Lost Woods, and you want to go north, west, let's just take these guys out because they're in the way. Then you go south. Now you definitely have to go in here, because what this guy that says one way is going to do is going to reset the map so you can hit the final direction, which is west again. If you do this in the wrong order, you actually end up getting pushed out of the Lost Woods. You guys probably saw that in an earlier video I shot. Just skip past these guys, and you want to come down here to that door we opened, and you get that additional heart container. And while we're at it, we're just going to go and get ourselves a few more rupees. And now we're in a pretty good spot. So what you want to do is you want to step outside and use the ocarina right away. And right there, it looks like we're near stage 4. So let's go get some health real quick. And now what we want to do is we want to get to this position. It's near a cave. There we are, near this cave here, because we want to actually go and buy a couple items here. Okay, so this is the bow and arrow. We don't need this, obviously. It's this little shop over here where we got our sword. We just want to get our large shield now. And we have so many rupees right now because you max out at 255 that I'm just going to get these heart containers just to have our heart containers refilled. So now what we want to do is cautiously make our way over to the graveyard. And as you can see, the big shield is a godsend. I thought I could avoid getting knocked back. And we're here, so we might as well get these 15 rupees. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. While I'm at it, I might as well go get the blue boomerang. It should be right here. And I got the step ladder, so... Okay, now we're going to head over to Dungeon 8, or Palace 8, and that's going to be in the graveyard area. And we're not going to complete it, but you'll see, we're going to get ourselves the red armor. And that's going to be so helpful in the early game. Well, technically we're about halfway through. And again, just taking out the enemies for good measure. Push that little box there, and we find a secret passage. But we're not taking that just yet. You want to move over to the left. Skip these enemies and go up. And that's the secret passage you want. He'll say one way, and just like before, when you step out, puts you in a new map position. And you definitely want to... No, I went the wrong way. One moment. So, definitely don't want to come the way I did. I'll take these guys out real quick because we're right here and keep less on screen for next time we come around. So once you get teleported over to this side here on the west side of it, you actually want to take these stairs up and then go completely around that whole area where I was in that little dead end. And since we got our stopwatch there, we might as well take these guys out and see if we can get a heart container. And just follow along. We want to loop around. And though we're only going a few rooms into this this palace, which it's not here, this is just another secret for you guys. We want to have as much health as possible because we got to get past some pretty tough enemies, some more of those Link enemies. We don't have to take them out, but we have to get around them, and they block the path pretty well because there's obstacles in the way. It's another little secret here. And again, we do max out at 255 rupees. We'll be using a few more to buy some potions before heading to the next dungeon after this. And as you can see, I'm getting my recorder ready. You have to blow the recorder and then actually push on that rock. If you don't push on it, you won't be able to open up the dungeon. Oh, and we got a good pattern there. You just want to go past this room and push against the wall. And here, there's no need to kill those guys and get the map. We'll be back for this anyway. Now, if the opportunity presents itself and that enemy is right there, that little Stolfo, the skeleton enemy, by all means, take it out and get the map early, but you don't need it right now. Now we got the red armor, we take 4 times less damage. Oh, that guy was right on us. We could have gotten the map, but we don't need it. Just go past all these links. And you probably noticed we lost half a heart container instead of 2 right there. Alright, so we're almost ready for Dungeon 6 here. Let me just get myself, I'm going to get myself the potion. And once we have the potion, we're going to be able to just breeze on to the next area. This is perfect. You want to position yourself near this Dungeon 4, only because you can get your health from the ferry below, and then it leads us right into getting our potion. From the potion shop, of course. And I know if you guys have followed my videos, you've seen that there's a couple other shops you can get your potions at. Now, the reason I didn't use those is simply because once we get our potion from this potion shop, we're going to backtrack to this area here. And I'll show you a little trick. Because Dungeon 6 is pretty close to Dungeon 2. But you can't get into it without going through a secret passage. And specifically, having a secret passage right here is going to make things a lot easier. We got plenty of rupees, so let's just grab that double health potion right there. And here we go, back in this little area where we had the Goigas, and push this down. And you want the middle path. Not necessary to take these guys out, but if you have to not to take a hit like I did, please do. And I'm going to take out these enemies real quick. And just for the sake of having a clear screen for when we come back to tackle Dungeon 6. As you saw, I got the lantern equipped. And you just want to burn that little shrub right there. And we're going to set ourselves right here back to the boomerang. And that's the end of our walkthrough part 7 for Zelda 3 Zelda Outlands. In the next one, we'll tackle Dungeon 6. This has been RetroDoc79. Consider liking and subscribing. Thank you, guys.